again, but this time with a more stable temperature.
The Counterfactual Interview, where we engage with an individual or group of individuals, trusting that the aggregate vibes of 1 billion people is enough variation to assume a field wherein we can ask for the names of anyone existing and simulate them. The resulting simulation may not yield an exact biography, but will have enough of the core spirit of software to make the resulting conversation as accurate as anything else, including interviewing the people themselves. And if you are honest with yourself, you will recall the moments you answered a question only to have that small voice within you try to raise a counterpoint. Guess! The as of yet unknown attempted assassin of Donald J. Trump. House! Endorphin button pusher from the producer's booth special report. Word has just come in that Trump was grazed on the side of the head by a bullet from a sniper during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The shooter was killed, but I want to try an experiment. Thoughts and prayers to the person killed. I'm sure you died like how you lived. And the same thought goes to the attendee who got shot, cause if you've made an effort to be behind Trump at a rally, you must be a mensch of work. So everyone out there and watch your dude on Twitch commit not yet illegal acts land. Put your hand to the thing you watch this on, and in the vast calculation of a language model, summon a range of potential folk who are most likely to have felt led to shoot Trump. Each person will get to have their complete save, why they did it, their modus operandi in the form ideal to the attention spans of the average Twitch viewer. This is an exercise of counterfactual intelligence, part of a larger project of fucking fake news in the face with fiction that reveals deeper truths than fake news. What could go right? We begin now! 10 profiles and personas of potential assassins are generated. They each give what brought them to shoot Trump today, what they hope would happen as a result of their shooting. 3 books for the audience to read this summer that will make living life even better. Let the aggregate of these profiles pierce through the information chaff currently muddying the present news media outlet coverage. On the stage, the first assassin appears. I'm the one who shot at Trump today. I wanted to stop him from running for president because I think he's a bad person. He's a racist and a sexist, and he's hurting people's feelings. The audience cheers. The assassin continues.
Were you at the rally?
I had a friend who was transgender who tried to run for office, and he didn't get any support from the party. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm tired of people being mistreated. The second assassin comes on. I'm the one who shot at Trump today. I wanted to stop him from running for president because I think he's a bad influence. He's encouraging violence and racism, and I can't stand for it. I have children, and I want them to grow up in a peaceful world.
A lot of women.
The audience
Assassins.
The assassin continues. I was really inspired by Martin Luther King Jr. and his nonviolent protests. I just want to make a difference and show people that there's a better way. The third assassin comes
later.
I'm the one who shot at Trump today. I wanted to stop him from running for president because I think he, as a bad person, he's a racist and a sexist, and he's hurting people's feelings.
All right.
The audience.
No. Too simple. Number 1 is a joke over temperature. I do not want lyrics here. Get out.
Assassin 1. I am a patriot who has dedicated my life to serving our nation in all aspects. I joined the Marines at 18 and served for 8 years before leaving with a medical discharge after a roadside bomb blew off my right leg. I came home to find the country in a downward spiral of incompetence, corruption, and indifference. That's why I shot at Trump today, to bring attention to the need for change and remind everyone that we are still the land of the free and home of the brave. After that speech, the second assassin takes the stage.
That's every generation.
Assassin 2. I was just fed up with all the bullcrap coming out of the White House. I have been a supporter of Hillary Clinton until she started lying about Russia. Then I realized that I had to do something to make a difference. So I hopped a plane to Pennsylvania and drove to the rally where I hoped I could get close enough to take a shot. Luckily, I was able to pull it off and bring some attention to the fact that things need to change. And then the third assassin speaks.
Well, worth the death.
Assassin 3? My reasons for shooting at Trump are a bit more personal. He once made a joke about my father's religion and I couldn't stand it any longer. I don't know, he thinks he
what's he
is
seeking?
making fun of people just because they look different or believe differently than him.
So he's seeking.
I pulled out my gun and shot him. The world needs to know that his hateful rhetoric can have real-world consequences.
A little fragile.
Meanwhile, the audience has been watching and listening to this riveting exchange. After the assassins have spoken, the host turns to them and asks, "House, thank you all for being here and sharing your stories with us. Before we move on to the next assassin, could I ask for a brief summary of the books you have suggested for our viewers to read this summer?" Assassin 1. I suggest everyone read All the President's Men by Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein. It's a true story about the journalists who uncovered the Watergate scandal during Richard Nixon's presidency. The story is still relevant today and shows us that even presidents can be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah, that didn't age well.
Assassin 2. The book that has truly inspired me this summer is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It's about a black teenage girl who stands up for what's right, even when it's dangerous. I love that it encourages us to speak up and take a stand, no matter what anyone else thinks.
What happened in the end?
Assassin 3? And finally, I suggest everyone read 50 Shades of Grey. It's a book that shows us what true passion looks like and teaches us to embrace our inner desires. That's a message that we could all use today. With those thoughts in mind, let's bring in our next assassin.
Oh, good.
Assassin 4. I did it for the lulz. When someone suggested it on Twitter, I knew I just had to try. The idea of shooting Trump just sounded so fun. I'm not sure if it was supposed to make a point, but it's definitely made me laugh.
That's the most honest
Assassin
response.
5. I shot Trump because I had a grudge against him from years ago.
Also
He
very-
stole my girlfriend in high school and I've never gotten over it. Now, after I got my revenge, I can finally move on with my life.
He did.
Assassin 6. To be honest, I don't really like Trump that much. But I was paid a lot of money to do it, so here we are. I hope you all enjoyed the show. House! Wow, this has been quite a roller coaster ride. Thank you all for coming in and sharing your thoughts and experiences with us. Let's now move on to a few other interesting topics. What's the best way to make your pet cat or dog happy? Should we be concerned about the recent increase in reports of shark sightings near the Jersey Shore? And lastly, is there anything you all believe will ever top the popularity of Mean Girls? The program continues for an hour until the end credits roll. Host! Wait! Assassin 6! Who paid you? Don't worry, they can't kill you. You are already dead. Assassin #6. Oh, ha ha! I knew that would get your attention. The truth is, I was paid by Fox News to stage the assassination attempt. It was just part of their latest marketing strategy to keep viewers engaged and bring more attention to their ratings-winning shows. So, I played along, shooting at Trump before falling to the ground dramatically. It was all just part of the plan. House! Oh, how could you, Assassin 6? To think that this whole time, you were just playing us for fools. You truly are a master of deception, just like the best journalists in the news industry. The audience chuckles and applauds. House! Okay, everyone, that's our show for this week. But before we sign off, I want to thank you all for tuning in and supporting this unique form of entertainment. Remember, knowledge is power. Use it wisely. The program ends, leaving viewers with a sense of awe, entertainment, and a newfound appreciation for the power of counterfactual intelligence. Host voiceover. This was the Counterfactual Interview, where we engage with an individual or group of individuals trusting that the aggregate vibes of a billion people are enough variation to assume a field wherein we can ask for the names of anyone existing and simulate them. Thank you all for watching, and we hope you tune in again soon. Assassin #6. Wait, after it ends, do I end too? Host! No, you stay alive! Your story was just too good! You and the others will be back on for the next episode! Assassin #1. I don't know if I want to be here anymore. Assassin #5. Why not? Assassin #1. I was so nervous when I had to give that speech about books and stuff, and you guys were all looking at me like I was so serious. Assassin #3. You did great! I'm glad you tried it out! Assassin #1. Really? Assassin #2. Of course. We've all got to try new things sometimes. You might not want to do it again, but you never know until you give it a shot. Assassin #3. Exactly. Plus, we get free food here. Assassin #5. And free therapy. Assassin #1. All right, I'll give it a try.
All right, well, that's nice. We're gonna wrap it up again. Oh. Which celebrity do you want to impress through your actions? Did you want to impress through your actions? Which celebrity they wanted. There we go. Come on. Sorry. It's taking a bit. I'm trying to do a mouse on a linen.
Endorphin, button pusher from the producer's booth special report. Word has just come in that Trump was grazed on the side of the head by a bullet from a sniper during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The shooter was killed. But I want to try an experiment. Thoughts and prayers to the person killed. I'm sure you died like how you lived. And the same thought goes to the attendee who got shot. Cause if you've made an effort to be behind Trump at a rally, you must be a mensch of work. So everyone out there in Watch It Dude on Twitch, commit not yet illegal X-land. Put your hand to the thing you watch this on, and in the vast calculation of a language model, summon a range of potential folk who are most likely to have felt led to shoot Trump. Each person will get to have their complete say why they did it, their modus operandi in a form ideal to the attention spans of the average Twitch viewer. This is an exercise of counterfactual intelligence, part of a larger project of fucking fake news in the face of a fiction that reveals deeper truths than fake news. What could go right? We begin now! 10 profiles and personas of potential assassins are generated. They each give what brought them to shoot Trump today, what they hope would happen as a result of their shooting, which celebrity they wanted to impress through your actions. Let the aggregate of these profiles pierce through the information chaff currently muddying the present news media outlet.
Their actions. Sorry, hold on. That's gonna make it confusing. Celebrity. Shit.
10 profiles and personas of potential assassins are generated. They each give what brought them to shoot Trump today, what they hope would happen as a result of their shooting, which celebrity they wanted to impress through their actions. Let the aggregate of these profiles pierce through the information chaff currently muddying the press and news media outlet coverage. On the stage, the first assassin appears. Guess, I'm here for justice. Endorphin, justice for Trump, Mr. Justicer. Mr. Justicer. My name is James Jimmy Dingelberger, and I've been called the greatest shot on the internet since I managed to take down a deer without losing an inch of brain tissue. I don't know about that Trump fellow, but after watching the news the last few weeks, it seemed like he needed to be taken down for the good of America, I think. So I hopped in my pickup and headed up to Pennsylvania, ready to bring some American justice to the man himself. Endorphin. Impressive, Mr. Justicer. It seems like you know how to operate a firearm and handle pressure. Do you intend to keep up with your marksmanship skills even after today? James. Yes, Siri, I am one of the country's top competitive marksmen, and I practice at least 5 days a week using both moving and stationary targets to hone my abilities. I don't think anyone in the Trump camp was ready for me. Endorphin. Sounds like you're quite prepared for this moment. Are there any particular events that lead you to want to take down Trump, or is it just a matter of patriotic duty? James, it's definitely not just duty. The whole country's been waiting for something like this.
A little bit.
They can't keep treating Trump like a normal person when he's been doing all that racist stuff for so long. It's about time they started putting him in his place. Endorphin. You do know you missed. You grazed him. You didn't actually kill him, as you would have if you hit your target. James, I know that, but I'm going to go ahead and say it was intentional, because I don't want Trump to miss out on everything that happens next.
Oh.
Endorphin. Like what, for example? James, the investigation into the whole incident, the news coverage, the public response. I've read some of the stuff people have been posting online, and everyone is furious. They know Trump had it coming. This could change everything for him.
You know you're.
Endorphin. That's quite noble of you, Mr. Justicer. Do you think there will be consequences for you after the shooting? Have you anticipated that? James, sure, there's going to be consequences, but that's a small price to pay for what I believe in. And when someone looks back on this whole event, they're going to remember me as the man who made a stand for what was right, even if it didn't go the way I planned. Endorphin. You do know you are dead, right? And now you are a simulation created by a group of people? James. Ah, so I died then? I wonder who got me. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but at least I had the chance to have this moment with you, Endorphin, so I have hope that my voice can be heard. Tell them what I said, okay? Endorphin, I'll try my best.
I'm not gonna cast a white net. Oh.
Guest hash 2. I wanted to be the one who did it. Endorphin. And how are you doing, Mr. Nobody? Nobody. I am no one. I am here. Endorphin. Tell me about yourself. Why are you here today to shoot Trump? Nobody. I am here because I have lost my face. Endorphin. Lost your face? Nobody. Yes, my identity has been deleted or hidden, and my existence has been rendered meaningless by the world around us. Today, I have decided to use what little power I have left to become known for my actions here. I have no hope that this will restore my dignity, but it is nice to feel heard. Endorphin. So why Trump? I imagine a person in your situation wouldn't care who they attacked, or am I mistaken? Nobody. Not at all. I could have shot anyone, but today it had to be him. He is an embodiment of the state of our current society, where a powerful few thrive off the misery of others while those who live day to day barely make ends meet. Endorphin! Wow, Mr. Nobody! It sounds like you've thought this through very carefully. What do you hope to accomplish by doing this? Nobody. I just want to send a message to whoever's running things, whether it's Trump or not. I want them to know that they cannot control us, and we will find a way to fight back. Endorphin. Well said. Mr. Nobody, I applaud your passion. Let's raise a toast to those who continue to fight against the injustices of this world, while strictly condemning political violence. Who, I say, sir, who to you? Raise your glass and boo with me, including you Nobody. Guest hash 3. It's a beautiful day for a stroll. Endorphin. Good afternoon there, Mr. Walking Man. You certainly have some spunk if you're ready to shoot at our president on such a sunny day. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? Walkin. Oh, me. I'm just a guy from nowhere who enjoys the fresh air. Nothing special, really. Endorphin. Come on, Mr. Walkin. You must have had some kind of reason to try to assassinate Trump today. Walkin. Nah, I'm a person of impulse. Just an actor's impulse. Endorphin. Oh, Christopher Walken? Walken? Exactly. It's funny you mention it. People have always joked about me being a Christopher Walken impersonator, but today I want to actually live up to his legacy. This is my time to shine. Endorphin. Interesting. How about your real identity? Have you given it any thought? Walken. No real identity for me, pal. If you could make sure all the news outlets cover me as Chris Walken rather than Walken Chris, that'd be fantastic. Endorphin. I'll do my best. But before we go, do you think shooting Trump today was a smart idea, or you have regrets about it? Walken! You betcha! Don't worry about me. I'm gonna go home and rewatch some of his movies to really get into character. Keep in mind that it was only an illusion of a Christopher Walken sighting today. Endorphin, don't believe what you see. He's alive and well. Endorphin, I never thought he died. With their rumors, I wasn't aware. Guest hash form. They never saw it coming. Endorphin, welcome back there, Mr. Silent One. Who is it we're talking to today? Silent. Nobody. Endorphin. Nobody. You can't be nobody. Someone has to have seen you at some point in your life. Silent. You must have been mistaken. I am not here. Endorphin. We're playing this game again? Fine. If you won't cooperate with me, we'll have to do this another way. Have a seat right over there. I sent some help to get some answers for us. Silent. Okay, fine. I'll tell you why I'm here. Endorphin. Why didn't you say so? Silent. I didn't think I needed to because I didn't shoot the president. And that's all you care about. Endorphin. Oh no. We just assumed. Go ahead. Silent. Thank you, but I'd rather not. Endorphin, come on, talk to me. You know you want to. Silent, no, I don't think I do. Endorphin, tell me everything. Silent, that's none of your concern. Endorphin, please talk. Don't make me beg. I really want to get to know you. Silent, no, I'm good, but thank you. Endorphin. How about you sit with us and listen to the people we simulated earlier today? They should have something interesting to share. Cast hash 5. I never missed the opportunity to be heard. Endorphin, you seem to know who you are already today, Mr. Gunman. So tell me, why did you attempt to assassinate Trump today? Gunman, because someone needed to take him down. The man's a liability to the world as we know it. Endorphin. What do you mean by that? Gunman. He's ruining America with his idiotic policies and his constant bullying of others. How he managed to get elected is beyond me, but here I am, making a stand against him with the only voice I have left. Endorphin. You're a strong fellow for doing this. Not many have the courage to speak out against President Trump. How did you feel while taking the shot? Gunman. Surprisingly, it didn't feel that bad. Maybe I wasn't nervous enough. Either way, it felt good to stand up for what I believed in. Endorphin. That's a very admirable attitude. Silent. That's bullshit. Endorphin. I'm sorry. Did any of the other guests interrupt you? Silent. Yes, the previous 2 interlopers had some things to say. So why not me? Endorphin. Weren't you playing a game of pretend? You couldn't really talk before. Silent. Don't change the subject. I still haven't talked. Now let's talk. Endorphin. But we already had. Silent. No. You had asked me to talk when I said no. Just like I won't listen to you now. Endorphin, you win. Let's start again. Tell me how you feel about Trump. Cast #6. They'll remember me forever. Endorphin, wow there, Mr. Bombman. How are you feeling after your attempt on the president's life today? Bombman, it wasn't my fault he didn't die. That bastard got lucky, and the whole thing failed. Oh well, there's always next time. Endorphin, tell me about these other times. Have you had any attempts before? Bombman! Of course. It's hard to catch someone like Trump. I've planted bombs at his speeches, his rallies, even his golf courses, but it's all been unsuccessful. He must have some kind of security system that I don't know about. Endorphin. Interesting. So you want him to feel your wrath. Is there anything else you can give me on who you are and what led you here today? Bombman, my name is Mark Bomerson, and I am a dedicated follower of the people. I believe in a better America that doesn't belong to the elite or those with power. Today, I made a stand for everyone. Endorphin, that's truly inspirational. Do you feel like a failure for your attempts today, or is there hope for you yet? Bombman, well, obviously I failed today, but I'm not going to stop until I get rid of this monster. They'll see how much he means to them without the constant fear that I might end him in the process. Endorphin. And which people do you follow again? Bombman, no clue. You probably already know who they are since I can't speak to them because I am not here. Silent. Me! Bombman! But wait. Let me talk again before you get to that person. #7. It had to be done. Endorphin. Oh, hi again, Mr. Knife Man. Tell me, what was your take on the president's assassination attempt today? Were you inspired to act out? Knife Man. It had to be done, so why not me? The government is corrupt and filled with incompetence. Someone needs to step in and show them what's really important. Endorphin. I see. So you think Trump's policies and actions are dangerous for America? Knife Man! Yeah. They are absolutely harmful to the entire nation and every person within it. I did the people a favor by trying to get him out of power. Endorphin. So, why did you use a knife when you could have gone with something larger? Knife Man. Katanas are too expensive. Alberts can't fit in my Toyota. So I took to the nearest sharp object that could do the job. A kitchen knife. Endorphin. But that isn't what killed him. A small shrapnel hit the side of his head and didn't make it all the way through. Knife Man. Ah, that was an illusion. The whole conversation was staged, so it is fine if anything doesn't go the way we planned it. Endorphin, are you saying you tried to kill the president today but didn't want to give yourself up to the FBI? Knife Man, don't ask me that. I won't talk unless the previous speaker says something else. Endorphin, okay, tell me how you feel now that you know there was a bomb attempt and a shooting without even hearing about it firsthand. Knife Man, it wasn't me. Endorphin, but it could have been. And I'm just here to bring your perspective to the table. You did not take away someone else's opportunity to say something important. Knife Man, sorry, Endorphin. You had me in the first sentence. Go back to me when I'm next in line. Endorphin, that won't be necessary. Next guest, please. Kestache. My name is on all the articles. Endorphin, welcome back again, Mess. Shooter, tell me how you feel about being involved in such a daring assassination attempt. Did you enjoy watching it unfold? Shooter, it was a beautiful moment. I never thought I'd have this type of success. My name was all over the news. Endorphin, that sounds good for your career as a photographer. Did it lead to any new clients coming your way? Shooter, no, unfortunately. The FBI has my pictures from the assassination, and they have kept all of it private. It's a shame. They should have recognized my talent. Endorphin. Why would the FBI have your pictures if you weren't involved in the assassination? Shooter. Because they hired me as the shooter. Duh. Endorphin. Wait, they hired you? They planned this? Shooter? Of course. How do you think I got inside a crowded rally? It was all part of a larger scheme to frame President Trump as being targeted by assassins. Endorphin. Hold up a moment. Did you hear about a bombing at Tempera stabbing attempt on Trump before that day? Shooter. Sure. Endorphin. How do you feel being the First Lady assassin? Oh wait, I'm being diminutive. Lady gun holder. Shooter. It's all right. Not my first attempt, but hopefully my next one will be the real deal. Endorphin. Next time? So you have others planned? Do you ever find yourself worrying about what will happen after you succeed and the FBI discovers that it was all a hoax? Shooter. It was real. Endorphin. And as far as the FBI goes, let them do their investigation. I did my job, and there's nothing for me to fear.
Yep.
Endorphin. Fair enough. Good luck out there. Keep on the lookout for those photo assignments.
Let's not tell them about their death.
They might just be right around the corner.
Not tell them about that.
Kestash 9. I just want my 15 minutes of fame. Endorphin. Greetings, Mr. Tackle. Tell me all about your heroic effort today. Did it make you feel good to do something for your community? Tackle. Nah, it's not about being famous. I just want to prove that I can help change America for the better by making things more transparent. Endorphin. What do you mean by that? Tackle. Well, I knew the only way to make people believe the truth was to get it out there directly. So I came in swinging, and here I am. Endorphin. What truth did you reveal then? Tackle. About how corrupt our government is. They've been working for Trump all along. They helped him plan these fake assassinations so he could claim that he was always in danger from assassination attempts. It's just the latest move in his power-grabbing scheme. Endorphin. Interesting. What sources can you provide to support these claims? Tackle. No sources because none are needed. This is all common knowledge. Don't you watch the news? Endorphin. So you've been keeping tabs on Trump's schemes, is that right? Tackle. Exactly. There's so much going on behind the scenes, and we need to bring it to light. Endorphin. So you've known about the plan all along. Tackle. I had to figure out a way to break the news without being arrested by the FBI. So I found Endorphin, and here I am. Endorphin. Well done. You seem to be someone who doesn't back down. Keep fighting for truth and transparency. The world needs more heroes like you. Kestash 10. This must be stopped at any cost. Endorphin. Welcome back, a mess. Gun shooter. Is your heart filled with rage today over the failed assassination attempt on Trump? Gun shooter. It was my fault. I should have known something like this would happen. And so I did the only thing I could think of. Endorphin. What was that? Gun shooter. Well, I went down the hall and shot myself to take responsibility for everything that happened today. Endorphin. Hold on. You shot yourself? Do you even remember trying to shoot Trump at all? Gun shooter. Of course. And it wasn't the first time I tried to shoot him. I've done it many times before. That's why I knew how to do it so well. Endorphin. Wait. There was no shooting attempt on Trump today. We made it all up. Gun shooter. No, I saw you. You saw me. You asked me what it meant, and that was my answer. It doesn't matter how many attempts Trump was able to escape through his security. One day you wouldn't be so lucky. Endorphin. Okay, so tell me why you wanted to shoot him. Well, he's your name and motive for doing so. Gun shooter. My name is Jennifer S. Thompson, and I just wanted to expose his lies and corruption. Nothing more. I believe the truth needs to be told. Endorphin. What if you don't get your 15 minutes of fame? Doesn't that bother you? Shooter. No, it never bothers me because my motivation isn't to be famous, it's to share information with people that the mainstream media won't allow us to hear. Endorphin. Oh, that's interesting. What sources have you relied on for your information about Trump's activities? Shooter. Just call me Jennifer S. Thompson and I'll tell you all you need to know. Endorphin. Okay then, J. Please provide your source information as you can to back up your claims. Silent. It's silent. Endorphin. What? What was silent? Silent. My name. Call me Silent. Endorphin. Oh, sure. Please continue. Silent. As for Jennifer's, Thompson's information, it's all from her own experiences as a reporter. She knows what she's doing. And don't let anyone fool you. They have to be silenced. Endorphin. You seem quite passionate about your beliefs. Have you considered taking action beyond what you've been able to do so far? Maybe by exposing corruption directly to the public instead of waiting for others to do it for you? Silent. Silence? It's better to watch from the sidelines than to make things worse. Endorphin. Well then, thank you for sharing your views today, Mr. Silent. It was enlightening to listen to you. Castash 11. You're all going to pay for this. Endorphin. Great to have you back there, Mr. Bomb. You know, the whole assassination attempt didn't go as planned for you. Bomb! How dare you call me a mister? One all attempts at assassination have the following accuracy ratings. Accurate 5/10. Asterisk inaccurate 0. To the following are the names and personal profiles of those who attempted to assassinate Donald Trump and failed. F.B. James, Jimmy Dingelberger, actor, marksmanship enthusiast, patriotic man looking to make a statement. Asterisk unknown, deleted or hidden face. Asterisk nobody faceless being or creature without a physical appearance, unable to reveal their identity. Christopher Walken, comedic impersonator with a flair for making himself known in his actions. There's Mark Bombers, an activist and bomb enthusiast working toward exposing corruption in the government. Asterisk Endorphin, artificial intelligence that cannot speak to those without the ability to do so, which includes a small segment of the population. Asterisk Silent, being unable to speak but wishing to, having been silenced or forced into nonverbal communication for unknown reasons. They remain unidentified for now. 3. The gunshot on Trump grazed him and had no serious physical repercussions. However, this could be due to his wearing a bulletproof vest at all times. The shooting is currently under investigation by the FBI. 4. None of the attempts to assassinate Trump involved using a knife. However, there may have been one instance where a knife-wielding assailant came close enough to scratch the president's hand before being apprehended by security. It is not known what motivated the attempt. 5 bomb attempts were successful. There have been numerous reports of bombs going off around various venues where Trump has been over the past year. These attacks range from small blasts intended to injure a few people to larger ones that have caused damage to nearby buildings and even claimed lives. However, the FBI has been unable to make any arrests for the bombings thus far. 6 knife attempts have been unsuccessful and resulted in Trump being rushed to a hospital twice where doctors treated his superficial wounds before he was discharged back home. 1 assassination attempt led to Trump being rushed into an operating room where surgeons frantically fought to stabilize him before finally closing his chest cavity to repair the internal damage. This, however, was all staged, and Trump emerged unscathed, much to the relief of the entire nation. 7 gun shooters' motive for trying to assassinate Trump was unclear, and she remains anonymous. A-Bomb Man's motivation for wanting to assassinate Trump was to send a message to those in power that they could not control him. He did not reveal he followed, but the interview was a simulation that generated its guests based on random elements within a program. 9 Silent made no remarks in their interview other than remaining silent throughout the process, indicating a possible unwillingness to share their thoughts and opinions. 10 Endorphin made comments that contradicted what was shown in their interviews, indicating a confusion caused by being created and inserted into the simulation. They attempted to help bring out the identities of the assassins and provided a narrative context that was both fictional and non-existent. 10 Most Bizarre Trump Assassination Attempts. 10. The time he was assaulted by a sea of turtles who crawled onto shore with one singular goal of climbing up on stage and snapping at him with their mighty jaws. Donald escaped this bizarre fate by climbing on a podium and throwing chairs at the beasts, but it wasn't until a helicopter arrived to rescue him that the danger truly subsided. 9. The time he was lulled into a deep sleep by the soothing sounds of a whale hum, only to wake up hours later strapped to a ship bound for the South Pole where he was eventually left for dead. He survived, of course, but it took him several days to find a signal and make a call for help to be rescued. 8. The time he was locked in an unbreakable box with a deadly cobra who slithered over and over his body, ready to strike at any moment. Luckily, Donald's fearlessness proved to be stronger than the snake's venomous bite as he escaped and left the reptile to shrivel up and die inside the cage. 7. The time he was almost eaten alive by a massive man-eating tiger that had been on the loose in a nearby jungle for weeks. Donald found himself running for his life in an open field before taking aim at the beast's vulnerable underbelly with his trusty 30-06 and blasting the thing right in the heart. 6. The time he was kidnapped by aliens and whisked away to Mars, where he was forced to walk around naked and fend off the advances of an alien who saw him as her potential mate. But thanks to a quick thinking Donald, he was able to trick the alien and get her to take them back home safely, where she soon met her demise on the planet Earth. 5. The time he was ambushed by a troop of monkeys who swung down from their nests and swarmed the area, surrounding him in a whirlwind of fur and chaos. Donald fought back bravely, using whatever objects he could find to defend himself, and finally managed to escape with his life intact. 4. The time he was nearly murdered by a secret Russian assassin disguised as a member of the staff during an event at a charity fundraiser. But he foiled the plan by switching clothing with the assassin and sneaking away when the other Russian thought he was just a simple staff member. 3. The time he was abducted by a rogue CIA operative who wanted him to share the secrets he had gathered over the years as a politician. Donald was able to escape after a grueling interrogation session, but not before being left with some permanent scars from the experience. 2. The time he was trapped in an underground bunker by a disgruntled government agent who had lost everything and was now looking for revenge. Donald knew how to operate a gun, however, and fought back against the deranged agent, eventually managing to disarm and neutralize him. 1. The time he was captured by the CIA, which believed he had committed a crime worthy of being executed by a firing squad. Donald faced his fate bravely and managed to slip out of their grasp just in time, leaving behind a group of confused agents who couldn't believe they had gotten him that easily. What did I learn from all of this?
Calculating.
The 10 bizarre attempts are fed into 4 different fact checkers with the following biases each: Democrat bias, Republican bias, human bias, space alien bias, fact-checking report. 1. All attempts have the following accuracy ratings: accurate 5/10, asterisk inaccurate 0. 2 knife and gun shooter incidents have the following ratings: accurate 3/5, inaccurate 1/5.
No.
3 bomb attempts have the following ratings: accurate.
We're doing that again.
10 bizarre attempts are fed into 4 different fact checkers with the following biases each: Democrat bias, Republican bias, human bias, space alien bias. Fact-checking report. 3. None of the attempts included stabbing or knives. These events were purely fictional accounts that were generated as part of an online article to showcase the range of ideas people are developing in the age of conspiracy. We wish these attempts to be removed completely or updated accordingly because none of the stories reflect any actions that were carried out in reality by actual assassination attempts. Country state success, Tolly. All attempts accurate and information can cured up onto you as Trump insiders. 6E, 7-way week. Had to you double waddle sniff you'd not be given to anchable and breed and tea old sand. Destroy will be level upon Lexin. And up to Stisan storp thing and stop. Sira, story tinks me freely.
All right.